Dunarmus Sportswear, sponsors of Drop the Puck.
Welcome to Drop the Puck. I'm joined tonight with Stuart Latham. We're back in Altrincham because this is the return game in this derby battle that's been going on between the Altrincham Aces and the Deeside Dragons. Stuart, I think after the last game, I'm expecting a heated affair.
I think it's going to be a very feisty game tonight.
Well, feisty you say, but I think that going on the form of the Aces lately and the performance they put in that last game, I'm expecting it to be a lot tighter because the Dragons know how much they need a point in this game. Yes,
but the Aces have had injuries over the last few weeks, so they've now brought in some new players, and they are going to be coming out all guns blazing tonight.
Well, it'll be interesting to see how this patterns out because, as we know, the Deeside Dragons needed a win last week to give them a good chance of fourth place in the conference. They're currently 8 points now off that spot, but the Aces, who are sitting just below the Dragons, pretty much out of playoff contention, but they've probably got a big say of what goes on.
They do. I reckon if the Aces have got to play virtually every team twice, they will have a big say in the rest of the season.
Of course, you've already mentioned that there's a few players missing, the likes of Jake Nurse, who they'll sorely miss him surely on the ice.
Well, the good news on Jake is that the cast has come off his wrist. He resumes training on Tuesday, and we'll get him back as soon as possible.
Well, that's good news indeed, but I think that's enough talking about this one because I'm really waiting for this one. I think it's going to be a real nail biter. And with that, let's go over to the ice and it's time to drop the puck.
With the introductions out the way, it's about time to get this game started. You can see there Altrincham getting in their huddle, as are the Dragons.
You know what, Ben, I've got to say, I think the Dragons desperately need to get something out of this one today after the last result last week.
Yeah, you know, but being in the home barn, you'd have fancied the Dragons doing it, but obviously the Aces prevailing. You can see starting netman this night is going to be Adam Cherry. Adam Cherry in net for the Altrincham Aces, and up the other end is going to be his counterpart, and that's going to be Dom Jolly. So Jolly in net tonight.
Yeah, Dom's going to have to have his head on a swivel because after last week's performance, he won't want the same again this week.
And you know, he's going to have the likes of Pavlicek and Dunford and Sharrock bearing down on him. So you are quite right, but you're going to expect the Dragons' defence to step up here. You've got Matt Wainwright, you've got Chris Jones, you've got Mark Lovell. They're all going to have to step up and do a job tonight and make sure there's a stone wall in front of him and give him some cushion.
Well, the thing is, Ben, you've hit the nail on the head. They are going to have to do a job. They played them only a week ago, so they're pretty fresh in their mind what they're capable of doing, who they need to be watching, who they need to be marking. So I expect this to be a tight game tonight, Ben.
Very much so. You can see we're just waiting to bring the start lineups to the ice now and get this game underway. And it's Adam Hans is our head official there. You can see James Parsons just skating into frame as we get ready to drop this puck. And any minute now, the anticipation's killing me, Gary. On paper, it's going to be, you know, a classic game. It's another one for the
They both want it, Ben. They both want it.
Well, this is it, and we're underway immediately. It's going to be Aces in possession. Aces play that back, look to go straight into the defensive unit, and they do so. Dragons, great forecheck, early pressure, and the Aces challenge quickly, looking for a clear out. They managed to clear out, but only into Dragons midfield. It's played straight back in there. Cherry out of his net, tries to clear it, chased again. Dragons, very heavy forecheck. It's going to be Dickinson plays that out. Dickinson plays it all the way down the other end, and immediately we're going to get ourselves a nice and call. And Gary, Dragons setting the pace of the game out the box.
Well, yeah, you can just see that, you know, immediately they're putting the pressure on the Aces in their own end, and the Dragons mean business tonight by the looks of things.
So looks like we're going to get ourselves a face-off, going to be the left-hand side of Cherry in the Aces zone. 19:32 remain in this period. Face-off immediately. No, we're going to get that called back. Official saw something there he didn't like.
Yeah, maybe they're too eager, Ben.
So we're waiting, we reset there. Now you've got to keep an eye here on the Dragons. They have got a special teams unit they like to use, quick plays from the face-off. Sharrock's in for the face-off there, and it's going to be a Dragons win, crucially. Tie it up on the boards with Parry into the corner. He's being forced out, and the Aces managed to get a stick to that and clear it away, but it's turned straight back in. No, still bringing it through. Sharrock, great poke check there by the Dragons.
Yeah, good defensive play.
Looking to go the other way. Deeside go the Aces, drawing that offensive unit of the Dragons out. Lay that forward, shot in early. Jolly's down, jumps on that. He's going to seal that play up there.
Yeah, I'm expecting good stuff from Lovell tonight. Be a bit more commanding on the ice, because after last week's performance, they'll be desperate to try and salvage something from this.
Yeah, and a shot there from Haslam that was jumped on by Jolly. So face off to the right hand side of Jolly in the Dragon zone. Quick draw in there by the Dragons, and it's cleared out the zone. Aces back, Lazchak in pursuit there. Looks like Perks chasing down. He's forced a mistake. It's going to be regrouped once more by the Dragons. Played straight back down the other end. Chapman trying to clear it out, only able to do so far. Into neutral ice, dumped back in the zone once more by the Dragons. Cherry feeds out for Lazchak now trying to set something up, feeds it out to Bain. Great pressure once more. The Dragons are all over the Aces, not letting them out the zone here. Ooh. And they've just managed to clear it into neutral ice once more before the Dragons turn that back in. Gary, we haven't seen this sort of play from the Dragons all season. What's gone on?
Well, Gary Shaw's obviously got under their collar a little bit after last week. They should never have given the game away, and you can see there
it's a silly little mistake. The offside there, you've seen the replay.
Yeah,
they've got to need to keep that tight tonight. Thumb screws on.
They're forcing the Aces to make mistakes, and hopefully the Dragons will capitalise on it.
So face off, neutral ice is going to be tied up there, and it's Dragons that come out in possession. Lay that forward for Shaw. Shaw dumps that on, comes round the boards, far side there, chip back in. Dragons picked her up the point with Austin. Austin lays it into the other corner, and that looks like it's gone up and over. So Austin there, yeah, it's a deflection there off the stick of, appears to be Sharrock. It's gone up and over, but you've got to be careful. In fact, it was Gilbert's stick it's come off.
Not like he got a pigeon.
But the thing is, though, Austin from that corner at that point, we know he's lethal. We've seen it in the special teams.
Yeah, they've got to be aware of that.
So face off there in the Aces zone. Aces managed to prevail and come out with that in the end as they drive it up the ice, dump it in immediately. That's going to be Nurse. It's gone into the opposite corner. Dragons though reeling that in, straight in possession once more. Look to turn and go again. King has to put his foot down, but it's going to be another icing call.
So you've got to be a bit more precise with their passing the Dragons. They can't just waste opportunities when especially if they're one-on-one chasing the puck down the ice.
So we're going to have ourselves a face-off now down in the Dragon zone to the left of Jolly. 17:44 on the clock. Still in the first period. Still goalless game. Anybody's in this game as Dragons win that, look to clear it out, takes it around Berry. Great, Berry just sits on his man. Dan Berry enforcing himself early on as he's played that to Dickinson. Dickinson feeds it up immediately. Trying to play that forward for King. King trying to find Dunford. Into the corner once more, Dragons. Chipping away, come out in possession. Played over near side pass. Unable to reel that in once more. Pavlicek knocks that on. And that's good. It looks like it's gone into the bench of the Dragons there.
Yeah, it's Berry putting a bit of a check on there, as we see on our replay. He was sitting on him.
So we're getting ourselves face-off neutral ice right out in front of that Dragons bench there. Dunford is going to go in for that. And he's won it immediately. Ace is back in possession once more. Feeds that back to Berry. Berry to Dickinson. Plays it forward. Laid off. And it's great poke check there. Forces Pavlicek back into the pocket. Ace is trying to get something set up, but defensive unit of the Dragons tonight, Gary, I'm really impressed so far.
Yeah, it's a little bit fast-paced.
Out front shot, it's in!
Well, just as I was about to say, it's a little bit sloppy and they can't afford to do that. And Sharrock picks up on a loose puck and slots it past Don Jolly. Standing there.
First mistake that the Dragons have coughed up in front of the net, and the Aces jump all over it and capitalise.
Well, that's it. It's been a fast, intense 4 minutes, and straight away Jolly's watching that puck sail past.
And you see in the replay there, Sharrock's had to butter that up to slide that between the leg and the post. But immediately we're going back the other way now. with the aces and the draw win off the face-off. Get action back underway. Dragons though, straight back down the net. Other end, it's going to be Bane. Bane. Forced, 2 men. High forward check out front. Can't get in, it's turned out quickly and played away, trying to find King. The Dragons are able to once more gain possession back behind their own net. King still on the forward check. Trying to play it in. Holland. Oh, effort then. Bane lays that off. They've got last check. Sat at the blue line. Turn to go again once more. Tough. A Dragons play deflected down. They just dump and clear that away. Parsons tries to skate that down. Chased up one more by Keating. Nobody at the back door. Holland sees that go wide. Still the Dragons in possession. Lay that off to Parry. Parry skates it in. Takes a shot. And it's in. Alex Parry with the goal.
Well, what can you say? The Dragons were putting some pressure quickly back onto that Aces net, and as that puck came out, Alex Parry was there, just waiting for it. He took that opportunity. You see from our replay, takes that shot, and it hits the back of the net.
Yeah, great pass there from Parsons out to set it up. Parry sees the gap there. Cherry can't get his glove up in time. Side netting, and we've got ourselves an even game. As we get back underway now, Dragons win the face-off straight on the far side once more. The pressure from the Dragons trying to pin the Aces in their own zone. They skate it forward, it's coughed up there. And Dragons going to jump on that in possession quickly.
Yeah, they can't afford to make any mistakes, Ben.
Looking to try and break out and they do so. Just dumps out great body on there. And they come back the other way from the Aces quickly, but Dragons keep out check, take that over the neutral zone. Played in. Oh, possible tripping call there. No, the officials kept his arm down. Once more, and it's kept on by Lovell. Lovell dumps it into the corner. Aces in there fighting away to Berry. Man down for the Dragons, he's back up. Once more, and it's the Aces behind their own net trying to. The Dragons are all over the Aces here, Gary. I don't know what's going on.
Well, do you know what, Ben? There's only 5 minutes gone in this game.
Oh, that's going to be a net off the Mornington. The light flash there. Well, we're waiting. Jolly's down. Looks like he saved the puck. There's a man gone into the post.
Oh, and is that Jones?
It looks like Gilbert's the man that's on the down. It's Pavlicek. Pavlicek's the man down.
Yeah, Chris Jones was come across and just quickly takes him out.
So we'll see if that's a goal and whether it stands. But the light flashed.
They're signalling for the face-off.
So no goal. An early attempt again from the Aces as the Dragons crucially win that face-off in their own zone. Able to use the ball to clear that out, and they've dumped it all the way down to the Aces zone. 14:48 gone, or remain, sorry, in this first period. Already a goal apiece. And the intensity of this game certainly lacking to the anticipation we had for it.
Well, it's kind of spilling over from that last one.
Chapel tries to get in there. And it's... Well, Pavlicek saw the opportunity and took it.
And that's the thing about Pavlicek, the speed, it happens so quickly, but what a reply from the Aces. And an unassisted goal there from Pavlicek. He gets that puck, comes from the left-hand side of Dom Jolly and just slots it between Jolly and the post.
Yeah, it looked like there was a... That was a tight angle, to be fair, Gary, when I was thinking about it there. It's just the way he's managed to squeeze that. I don't know if that's gone under Jolly's legs, to be fair.
But either way, Aces are leading 2-1 over the Dragons.
And as we're able to catch our breath immediately, Greaves with the face-off win, drives that down the other end. Bane with the backdoor opportunity. Aces now smell the blood in the water. Another opportunity from Greaves. Turned out by Jolly once more. They've played it off the half-boards. Dragons chasing that puck down, and Altrincham now sitting back absorbing this pressure.
Do you know what, Ben? I sense this game still heated after last week's affair.
Trying to catch my breath as it's end-to-end action here. Puck's up and down, it's fallen centre ice, picked up there by Greaves, tries to go around his man, Bane. Jolly's able to recover that and get his stick on it and quickly. And now it's going all the way back down for Holland. Holland times it past, dumps that forward. Tries to feed Bane once more. Dragons intercept that, turn that back the other way. With Parsons. Parsons has Bane in front of him, skates it over the neutral zone, forced to chip it in. Opposite corner, picked up once more by Keating. Last check, just gets his stick there first. He's able to turn that along. And now the Dragons look to try and play it out once more with Keating. Keating plays that forward. Finds Parsons in the corner. It's going to be Dickinson first. Once more chipped away. Ratcliffe tried to get his stick to that, couldn't.
It's almost like the Dragons now just sitting back a little bit. The defence just keeps slapping that puck up.
I think that sucker punch goal from Pavlicek's just caught them off guard as he come once more. Wide up, take the shot. Jolly does well to turn it out to the side. And it's a good effort there, but it's come all the way back down from Marcin Laschek once more. Finds Gilbert to the near side boards. Lays that up for Ratcliffe. Ratcliffe unable to do anything there. Pushed on once more by Bain. And the Dragons force it back to the neutral zone. Picked up by King. King skates it over the line. Takes a shot. Jolly sees that. Gets down. Feels comfortable enough to throw it out even with three Aces players. Tried to find the quick high man. Counter and he's in. Is that Shaw? Looks like Shaw from here. Can't tell from my angle. Once more, Dragons unable to do anything as the Aces interject themselves in there and regain possession. Back up the other way, still King fighting for it. Knocked forward for Perks. Perks now tries to take that around the side. Knocked on from Chappell. Head up, far side. Great body on there. Dispossesses the Dragons once more. Good kick out save there from Cherries. Tied up in the corner. Spridging lays that off. Wind up and shot from Jones. Ryan Jones with the effort, sails wide. And the Dragons keep the play alive though into the corner.
Yeah, they're looking for these long shots, Ben.
And they are being Aces. Great defensive play there. And the Aces are doing really well to keep the Dragons at bay. These long shots. Jones once more tries to use the screen. Cherry gets the tip of his stick to it. And now the Dragons desperately trying to set something up. Aces crucially need a line change. Can tell the long shift there for those as Sharrock's found. Defensemen go for that line change.
Well, I must say, Ben, at one point there, even though they were in the Aces end, there was 4 Dragons to one side of the rink, and the puck had broken away for the Aces and were wide open on the left.
Dragons intercepted once more with Pavlicek. Pavlicek skated behind. There's an official's arms up. We'll wait for the call here. As the Dragons desperately trying to touch this up. The Aces keeping the play going. Crucially kicked out there by Jolly. And it's made its way all back down. Haslam just skating back there.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a slashing crawl.
As they're doing well to keep it away from the Dragons. Looking for the delayed penalty attempt. Take it in once more with Bain. Bain. Will he backhand it? No, it's into the corner. Yeah, and there he is, touched up there finally.
Yeah.
And there's the call, Gary. You alright? Slashing call.
Yeah, it's on Austin. So replay shows it there.
Gareth Austin going to the box here. 2-minute call. And for the first time tonight, we're going to see the special teams units take the ice.
Well, the one thing the Dragons, we say it constantly, Ben. Discipline, and they can't afford to have players off the ice, especially being a goal down.
So face off, going to be in the Dragon zone. Draw win for the Dragons, and they get to stick all over that and play that down the other end.
So it takes a head off the official.
Aces looking to play this out now. Can they make this opportunity count? As it's in the corner of Haslam. Haslam looks to use the boards, work it round. Finds Bain. Bain has Berry in support the point. Use him, it's gone back in. Bain takes his time, trying to find a man for a one time by the looks of it. But the Dragons, again with that box formation, managed to kill a penalty well. They've got in there, put that back down the other way. 9:55 now remains in this first period. Whoa. Can he try and get it past his man? No. But Bain regains possession once more for the Aces. Can he use the man over advantage? It's a 3-on-2 situation. Dragons get back shot in. Jolly turns that around. Aces regain possession in neutral zone. King tries to look like he tried to chip it forward again, but the Dragons defender in the way there, and it's going to be Haslam back. Kyle Haslam picks that up. Skates in once more. Laid on net, and Jolly's just going to jump all over that. Well, you can see they were trying to feed Haslam there for the little redirect.
Yeah, they've set up some nice plays, the Aces, so far. You see, slotted that save there by Jolly, but The passing is a lot more precise by the aces. The Dragons have got to be very careful.
Face off down in the Dragon zone. Right to Jolly's picked up by the aces immediately. Aces still on the power play. Take the shot early. That's picked out and turned around there by Jolly. It looked like Sharrock was waiting for the redirect and it's deflected up and over the plexi.
Yeah, just the Sharrock's in the right place there just for a tap in, but unfortunately it goes flying above.
So we're going to ourselves a face off again down the Dragons then. 9:30 remaining in this first period. Face off. Win by Dunford. Holland at the point. Puts it back into the corner. Sharrock. As the aces try and get some rotation going now. Back once more to Holland. Holland thinks about it. Looks through traffic. Dunford's out in front. Jolly's down on it. And... well, look, I don't know what the officials calling that in or no. Jolly's shown he's got it in his hand.
Close call. I thought it'd gone in then.
Wainwright just checking Jolly's okay. So immediately back to action. Face off opposite side now. Jolly with Pavlicek. Pavlicek puts it out in the slot once more. Back to Holland. Holland. They've got a man positioned on that front post. Need to pick that up, and I don't think the Dragons realise he's sat there. As once more they've got the rotation going. Penalty's almost expired now, so they need to make something of it in these dying seconds. And again the aces find King at the blue line. Shot comes in, King right down the throat of Jolly. He sees that all day.
And Ben, you can see from our replay, even though that shot comes flying in, there's two aces sitting right in front of Jolly, waiting to pick up any scraps, and you've got to say to yourself, where are the Dragons' defence there?
So the Dragons under an onslaught of pressure from this crucial power play opportunity as Chapman's going in for the face-off against Lovell. And it's drawing there for Chapman. Last ditch attempt as he put it on net again. What's gone? It's in! And there's the go-ahead goal we were waiting for.
And Jolly got caught out there a little bit. He got a little bit tied up with an Aces player to his right. And as the puck comes loose, our replay will show a little scuffle just to the right of him. And the puck bounces out. And the Aces player is just there, ready to pick it up. And it's Chapman.
So that goal to be assessed to Brad Chapman. And a great power play opportunity. They made it count. Obviously back to 5-on-5 hockey now as we go. Again, once more, the Aces look like they're trying to put this game to bed early. And the Dragons now trying to play that out. Parsons, quick passing, it's intercepted once more. Puck's back down though to the Aces defenseman. Oh, great body on there, out in front of the camera. And Clancy plays that puck forward. Parsons can't reel it in. Berry's over there trying to enforce himself on James Parsons. Kept alive. And the Dragons again now trying to set the play up. Out in front, no. Great stick in there from Ratcliffe as he's able to use the boards to clear that out. We're going down the other way. Tie up there with Gilbert. Gilbert trying to apply the pressure to the Dragons forming there. And it's come back the other way. Dragons, oh no, it's intercepted. Aces put that puck once more. Dragons forced to try and fight away as Parsons. Desperately trying to clear it out, and they do so, trying to use the boards. It only comes as far as Dickinson at the point. Shot in once more off the ear head. Got off the backboard behind the net there as the flood. And Jolly finally puts a stop to it all. Yeah, and Gary, Don Jolly's being pepper potted with shots.
Yeah, it's just constant shots. I mean, great save there on our replay, and another. These long shots, he's getting his body behind him. But as you can see, the Aces trying everything they can to deflect them past Jolly. And the Dragons really got their work cut out for them here.
So we're going to ourselves a face-off to the right of Jolly in the Dragon zone. Looks like Lovell and Bain in for the face-off. Oh no, sorry, Lovell and Greaves. And immediately it's won by the Dragons to try and force that puck on. They've managed to get over. It's going to be a 2-on-2 situation. Aces struggling to get back. Shot in early. Great stick save there from Cherry. And Greaves going to pick that up behind his own net. 6:53 remaining in this first period. Once more. Greaves skates that forward. Tries to push that up. It's picked up there by Parry, and he gingerly lays that back to his defenseman. Again, bang pass off the boards. Bane tries to put the body on, but Dragons push that puck forward, and that pass was a wild pass to nowhere. It's gifted the Aces an opportunity. Sharrock skates it into the corner. Ooh, tried to find the man out in front. It's deflected back around the half boards once more, and the Dragons try and pick that up. Aces still in possession. Into their own defensive corner. Dickinson's there. Picks that straight back up ice. Great play now from the Dragons as they're trying to jump on all the mistakes, but Gary, the Ace, as we saw in that last game against the Dragons, the Ace is second man to every puck.
Yeah, there's just area, as you pointed out, that back pass that the Dragons played on the right hand wing there, and they played it straight back to an Aces player because they know to be in those slots. They're kind of reading the Dragons' plays.
The body on there, sent down front on. Wide open, can they feed it back? It's in again, Cherry's all over it. Spridging with the attempt. And the Dragons are left begging once more.
Oh, they desperately needed that, but unsuccessful.
Well, you'd assume that one, big clearance there. He's laid it on net against Jolly and turned away.
And do you know what, Ben? If I was an Aces player and I had an opportunity to fire a long shot.
Oh, again, it's Sharrock. Oh, goal. He played that straight into the chest of Jolly. And you can see again from the replay here the effort. Cherry's all over that puck. He's not giving the Dragons an opportunity. And then down the other end, Sharrock.
Yeah, but Jolly knocking the goal off its postings, but it's end-to-end stuff here. But like I said, if I had an opportunity to fire a long shot at the Dragons, I would do it because the way they're playing at the moment, they're leaving spaces wide open everywhere.
So we're going to get a face-off down towards the Dragon end. It's going to be to the left-hand side of Jolly. Dunford in for the face-off. Drawing for Dunford, feeds King. King quickly plays that round. Dunford behind the Dragons net. Looking for a man out in front. Sharrock's position there. Dragons trying to get in the way and make something count. It's fallen back out. Immediately Dragons on the break 3-on-2 situation. Skates down, Parsons into the corner. Goes to take it himself and he's tripped. Well, the call's there for the arms up of the official.
Yeah.
And that's going to be a tripping call. That looks like it's going to be on Cade King.
Yeah, you can see it there, and straight into the side of the net. And taken out by a sniper by the look of it.
So, first opportunity on the board tonight for the Dragons as they go on the power play. Less than 5 minutes remain in this first period now. Are the Dragons going to be able to do something?
Yeah, the Dragons have got to get something from their power plays tonight if they want to keep in this game. It's the Aces home barn. They fancy their chances after last week, and it's a uphill struggle for them at the moment.
So 4 minutes 15 left in this first period as the shot comes in. And it's played out immediately as Keating with the shot. Dragons keep that alive with Wainwright. Wainwright feeds the puck up, it's coming back out. Once more to Jones. Jones tries to play that in. Backhands it once more into the corner. Intercepted there by the Aces. Dragons straight over in the forward Clancy. There's a man down. Great body on, but the Aces have done the job and played that out. And Jones relegated to skating back and recovering that in his own zone.
And do you know what, Ben? That pass that Jones put back in to feed the puck back in, it's a little bit lackadaisy. I was surprised.
Skated in once more by Parsons, put into the corner. Keating tries to get over. Lashchak ties up with Keating. It's come out once more behind the net for the Dragons. Trying to play that puck out. Finds a man behind the Aces zone. Once more, Wainwright into the point. Shot comes in through traffic over the reef. Well, Keating with the rebound. 5:46 remaining. Back to Jones once more at the point. Takes a one-timer. Well, Cherry saw that and they've played it out once more. And
I have noticed though, Ben, when the Dragons are attacking that Aces goal, there's never anybody in the blue paint area crowding out the view of the netminder.
Dragons back down once more, try and make something of this penalty.
Oh, nice hit.
And the Dragons once more, just can't get control of this puck. I mean, last check's all over him there. Austin takes a shot, looks for the redirect. No, back out to Parry. Parry thinks about it, takes a shot once more. It's up and Cherry sees that out of play.
Yeah, casually turns around and gets his water bottle. You can see on our replay there, little deflection. And two little bites of the cherry there, nothing happened.
See what you did there, Gary.
Well, yeah, Adam Cherry's got to be happy with that.
Oh. Great face-off win by the Dragons, but immediately put it on there, turn it around. 2:55 now remain in this first period. It's a quick first period. And that penalty expires, back to 5 skaters. Well, that was a power play there, wasted by the Dragons.
Yeah, and there's not much time left now in this period. Just coming up to 2.5 minutes, and you've got to say to yourself, the Dragons need to try and claw a goal back at least before the break.
Well, this is it. You need to get that goal to bring back to a 1-goal game. Now, we know the Dragons special team has got the ability to do this. We know what the shot from Gav Austin's like at the point. Why weren't they feeding the puck up to him more? I don't know. So 2:37 on the clock. Face off to the left of Cherry in the Aces zone. Immediately won by the Dragons. Look to try and get something going. Lay that forward once more into the corner. It's intercepted. Pets gets back control of it. Tries to put it in the paint area. It's gone back around behind the net. Aces out front. Cherry seals it up with his skating into post. Back in again. And it's comfortable save there for Cherry.
Yeah, I think the Aces defense have got the measure of these long shots from the Dragons now. But it's still coming. It's close towards the end of this period, and the Dragons sensing the chances now.
Oh, draw in there by the Dragons, but immediately has them, dives on it, tries to push it out, and they've done it. Aces have cleared the zone. Austin takes it around his man, puts it across. Opportunity late in this period for the Dragons. Ooh, last check, Hardy into the boards there. Into the final 2 minutes now. Great save there by Cherry. And he's, well, Adam Cherry absolutely all over that puck. Denies the Dragons once more.
Yeah, but as you can see from our replay, Ben, it shocks me that there's no Dragons closer to that netminder to pick up any scraps. They seem to be a little bit off the goal area.
So, face-off, Aces zone, going to be to the right of Cherry. 1:57 remain in this first period. 3-1 to the Altrincham Aces. And it's a crucial face-off win there by the Dragons. Shot in from Parsons. But it's made it all the way round. Kept alive. No, the Aces have cleared it out. Find Greaves. Greaves, can he lead that off over for Chapman? No. Into neutral ice, scooped up once more by the Dragons, looking to play that in. Parsons skated in. Lajczak bearing down on him. Great hip check there, seals him out. It's popped out in front, and the Aces managed to clear that away. Well, we've got ourselves a whistle there. Oh no, sounded like there was a whistle from the official.
Probably a keen fan, Ben.
Oh. No, there it is. There's the whistle. What a hip check that was from Lajczak on Parsons, but he pays the price as Parsons rides that well.
Well, I've got to be honest, Ben. The time running out in this period, the Dragons be desperately looking for something, but I can't see them doing anything now.
Yeah, face off neutral ice, won by the Dragons, put straight in the zone, out front. Can he follow up? Shot in there, and it was a good attempt. Dragons once more, put it into the slot, and there's not a Dragon in sight to be seen. Aces are all over that to clear that down. 1:05 now remain in this first period.
Well, and again, these are the mistakes they're making.
It's picked up there, Chapman, trying to find a fellow Aces player out in the slot. Tie up, great stick work there as Ratcliffe regains possession. It receives it once more into the corner, chewing the clock up now. Takes it out to King at the point. King puts it through traffic. Jolly's down, leg pad save. Once more, back with Ratcliffe, takes a shot. Watertight seal from Jolly once more against that post. Dragons clear out with Shaw, backhand. And the dire minutes, or seconds I should say, this first period, Gary. Aces showing the same amount of pressure the Dragons opened with.
Yeah, and again, Pavlicek, a loose puck in the Dragons' end there, and it's the first one.
Player lost his edge. Dragons trying to regain possession, fighting away there is Spridging, but Sharrock who dispossesses him, skated in late, tries to go backhand. Oh, we've got a penalty. The official's got his arm up. Well, that's a clear tripping call there. Oh, sorry, slash call on Jones. So with 3 seconds left to go in the period, Chris Jones finds himself heading to the box.
Well, he's adding to those penalty minutes he's already racking up this season. And it's not a good time. It now means that the Dragons will be down a man going into the second period.
Yeah, but 3 seconds to get something off. Quick shot, impossible from the Aces. No, there's your buzzer there. That's the first period. 3-1 to the Aces, and Gary, the Aces are looking promising tonight.
Yeah, well, they're just carrying on from last week's performance where they shocked the Dragons in their own barn. They look very keen. We've seen them over the previous weeks. They're looking good. They're starting to find their form late, but they're giving the Dragons something to think about again tonight, and they're leading here 3-1 as we close this first period off. We're going to take a short break. Join us after this for the second period.
Dunarmus Sportswear, sponsors of Drop the Puck.
Gary, Aces carrying form through, also on the power play now at the beginning of the second period. Obviously that penalty late in the first assist to Jones.
Yeah, the Dragons have got to be kicking themselves. They don't want to be going into this period, a man down and 3-1 down. They've got to really dig deep now because the Aces look like they mean business tonight.
Well, you'd fancy them already getting a power play goal to try and slot another one away. Dragons, is it damage limitation? We'll find out as the puck drops and we get the second period underway straight away. Play that back to Austin. Austin, big stretch pass, goes awry and straight down the other end, and the Dragons look like they're playing dump and chase hockey already.
Yeah, it's, well, man down, they've got to try and protect that net.
Trying to clear it out the Dragons end. Parsons chased that down. Parsons taken out there, looked like he was going to run Cherry, and Berry puts the shoulder on him as we break down the other way immediately. It's picked up by Pavlicek. Pavlicek round his man, goes side, shoots, it's goal!
Well,
Jakub Pavlicek.
talk about one end to the other. Parsons thought he had a chance and tried to pick up on a loose puck. As he comes in, Cherry saves it.
It's Dickinson that clears out.
Yeah, and all of a sudden, the puck breaks away down the side. And Pavlicek picks it up, one-on-one with Jolly, and calmly slots it away. Jolly just looks as it goes past, and straight away, early in the second period, the Aces score again, and it's now Aces 4, Dragons 1.
As we get action back underway with that face-off, and you would not expect the Dragons to roll over this one, Gary. You'd expect more of a fight.
Well, being a man down, it hasn't helped, but as we see Chris Jones picking up now.
Obviously Jones returning back onto the ice, goal, cancelling out that penalty, so a neutral hockey again. Dickinson puts that back in once more for Sharrock. Sharrock can't get there first, tries to put the body on, but it's going to be picked up by Jones, rings that round, finds Keating, Keating lets it go. Into the corner once more, and we're getting ourselves an icing call.
Well, I'm sure Jake Nurse will have said to the Aces players at the break, you've got to keep this pressure up, we can't let him go, and our replay shows there Pavlicek picking up on a loose puck as the Dragons try to defend it, but calmly slots it away, and the aggression of these Aces in the second period already starting to show, and the Dragons just seem to be lost for words.
It literally, it felt like seconds for the Pavlicek goal, and if the Aces are setting out to stall this early, you've got to think, what have they got in the bag for the second period? No second period syndrome here tonight for the Aces. It looks like it's going to be the Dragons that are suffering, as once more they're on the assault behind the Dragons net. Played out in front, it's going to be Jolly to seal that up.
Well, Ben, we've not even had 2 minutes of play yet, and already the Dragons suffering a lot of pressure on that net. Jolly got to wonder where his defence is. Dragons have got to sort themselves out soon.
Wainwright, Austin, Jones, Ryan and Chris both need to sort out what's going on. Little miscommunications and coughing up at the puck are allowing the aces in on this game.
Well, Lovell's come onto the ice now, so his experience will help a little bit in that defence.
So we're getting ourselves a face-off to the left of Jolly in the Dragon zone. Immediately won once more by the aces. Put into the corner. And the Dragons looking to play that out. Kept in there by Holland. And a great poke check once more as the Dragons go down the break near side here. Shaw followed up by Parry, but it's going to be the aces that intercept it again with Bain. Bain dumps that on net for Jolly, who decides to play it wide using his stick, and you'd expected him to freeze that up there. Greaves can't get to the puck first though. Going to be kept alive by the Dragons. Big pass again forward. Finds Parry. Parry to 2-on-1. Shot in effort.
Oh.
And Cherry's got a watertight seal against that post.
I think it should have been a quicker shot there.
Dragons certainly need to be putting them away when they're given the opportunity. Once more back again. Cherry using his leg pads. And aces do well to clear it away. Austin behind his own blue line. 17-20 now remain in its second period, as Austin picks that up neutral ice. And a 3-man forecheck, really heavy presence from the aces. They're causing a lot of mistakes. Dragons play goes down there. Greaves chasing it up again into the boards.
Parsons.
There's the whistle. You'd have expected that minutes ago, to be fair.
Yeah, Parsons pushed down in the blue paint area, but gotta say that, and you can see him getting shoved to the ice there, just as, well, I couldn't see who it was, I got slammed to the board, but Greaves
has got on the box there, yes, yeah. Joe Greaves. That's a cross-checking penalty by the look of it.
And I was just about to say, Ben, the aces are not letting the Dragons settle on the puck at all. The minute they get the puck, there's 2 or 3 aces chasing them down.
So, Dragons on the power play. Can they make it count? Clancy drawing. Wainwright tries to play it in, but it's off the leg pads of one of the aces players. And so far, they've cleared it down. So 150 now on the penalty for the Dragons. Parsons plays that over. Dragons take it on side. Need to get something set up quickly. Go behind Ace's net. Keaton skates in. Jones sat at the blue. Parsons, Jones through the traffic. Oh, was looking for the redirect out front, was Keating. And again, Wainwright into the corner. 2 aces players tie him up. Parsons has to get involved. Dragons desperately trying to keep the play alive.
He just managed to stab that through.
Great effort through traffic. And again, Cherry denying him. King now in possession. Puts his stick all over it and clears it down the other end. So, minute gone in this penalty already, Dragons. Got to get something out of this with the man advantage. Keep themselves alive in this game. As skated on and through, and it's white walled. Seen off his Parsons.
Yeah, just a bit too far in front of him, that one.
Aces do well to clear it down. Oh, Jolly's out of his net, and one of the players looked like Ratcliffe there, straight down his throat. It's back in. Lovell trying to dig it out. It's come off the Cherry leg pad. Back to Jones at the points. Feeds it back in once more with Parry. Parry round to Lovell. Lovell trying to find Chapel, but it's cleared all the way. Out and in again once more. Dragons needing to reset. Off the boards. Back to Ryan Jones at the blue line. Round the boards once more. Can't get anything set up as Ace's penalty kill units doing its job. Backhand clearance to neutral ice. Bain was trying to apply the pressure. And the Dragons going for a quick line change. Aces are back to full strength, and that's a wasted opportunity. Gary Greaves is on the ice once more.
Yeah, it's disappointing because they just look, they're showing glimpses of trying to put something together. They've obviously talked about it in the changing room at the period break. And
good shot in there from Parsons, and Cherry picks that out.
Yeah, it looks like Gary Shaw's had a word with them at the period break and tried to get something sorted, and but they're still trying with these long shots from the blue line. They're trying to get it in the net, and they're not going to get past Cherry that easy.
Now Adam Cherry having an outstanding performance tonight so far. And you know, Gary, I mean, last few games, especially last games against the Dragons, they opted to go with Crosby in between the pipes. So for Cherry to get the nod tonight means he's obviously informed they've seen something there.
Yes, Chappell won that face-off.
And now the Aces look to go down the other way with Ratcliffe. Ratcliffe still in possession. Goes round his man into neutral zone. Turn into a cul-de-sac. And it's an opportunity given to the Dragons. Can't dig it off the board. Shaw puts it out front, Spridgen. No, it's back out. Jones once more. Decides what to go into the corner with the ball. And there's man down. That's James Shaw.
Oh, and he's not happy.
Back up. He's having a little chirp at Cade King there.
Yeah.
Keep eyes on that as the puck's in the corner. Digging away. Looks like Chappell trying to interject. Dragons trying to keep it alive. Do so. Put back in once more behind Ace's zone. Ace is now trapped in their own zone as the Dragons fighting. And there's a big ball there. No, referee's arm stayed down. Picked up again. Shot gingerly put in off the player. Deflection, and this puck's bouncing around everywhere in the zone here. Ace is finally gained possession, trying to take the momentum out of the Dragons' assault, and it's quick feed passes. We've got a 3-on-2 situation. Odd man rush. Take it in through the slot. There's no one there, and we're going back the other way immediately. Parsons puts his foot down, takes the shot straight down Cherry's throat.
Yeah, Parsons trying to get an opportunity. There's a lovely hit there. Is that Austin? Yeah, putting a little shove on him, but when Parsons is breaking away, he's on his own, and there's nobody there backing him up, so he's got to go for the shot.
Face-off is won in the Aces zone by the Dragons as Keaton plays that back around the board. Miscommunication's gone away, and Clancy tries to get over there, reel that back in, but they've played it down into the corner. Foot race there, and it's going to be, looks like Haslam was there first. Dickinson plays that back in, and there's no one but the Dragons there to receive that. 13:05 now remaining in this second period. Edmonton! Well, the joy on Pavlicek there, you could see the little high five, fist bump, and he's waiting for that.
That's his third tonight. He's just sitting there waiting for it, and his opportunity arose, and he took it straight away. He's sitting at the back post, backdoor opportunity. Thank you very much. He slots it home, and the joy on his face there, as our replay shows. Nothing Jolly could do to stop that, and Pavlicek grabs his third of the night, and it's the 5th goal for the Aces.
We get action back underway as the Aces now starting to run away with this game. Harry forced to play the puck out early, straight onto the net of Cherry, uses stick. Haslam can't get there, kept in by Wainwright. Wainwright decides to take the shot. It's out in front, poking at the pickle there. Is that Perks? I can't really see his shirt.
Yeah, I think he saw it late, but it gets a deflection.
And it's not like... I mean, Billy Perks is a small guy in stature, so for him to be positioned in the screen position, you'd expect somebody like Wainwright or Jones there.
Well, Wainwright took the shot.
So Wainwright, funnily enough, plays that puck in to Lovell, but once again, that Aces unit... absolutely solid tonight. Jones.
Chris
Jones into the board from Bain.
And straight away Bain knows that something's not right there. I don't think it was malicious, but he certainly stopped where he was to help Jones make sure he was alright.
This is going to be interesting to see, will there be repercussions, because Jones doesn't take this sort of thing lightly. He
gives him a shove on his blind side, and Jones just hits the ice, and straight away Bain puts his arm up.
Well, Jones is moving, he's still down at this point.
Don Jolly asking the official, did you not see that, sir?
Jolly can sort with hands there, and you can see Austin and Greaves also discussing as the on-ice trainer is now with Jones.
He seems to be alright. He's getting himself up a little.
Feet there.
Do you know what, Ben? If I know Chris Jones, and he'll just be a little bit of shock. He'll give him that one, and he'll just say, okay.
Oh, as the Altrincham ice trainer there goes down, much to the joy of everyone. Greaves now trying to trip him up again.
Well, yeah, he'll have given him the opportunity to say, you can have that one, son, but let's see if there's anything comes more of that.
So it'll be interesting to see whether Chris Jones will want a little bit of payback on Oliver Bain, as looks like Jones has actually left the ring, Gary.
Yeah, he's left the players box from the back door there. Hopefully he'll be okay.
So face-off going to be in the Dragon zone, right side of Jolly, and it's tied up there, still waiting for somebody to gain possession with the aces with Greaves, like backhand shot. Oh, turned out by Jolly, and that was a great save as Haslam's got it in the corner. Oh, what a body on there from the Dragons, and it's getting physical, Gary. Got the napkins.
Yeah.
Once more, picked up the blue line. Parry, no, stolen off from there by Bain, but the official's going to blow that dead.
Well, I'll tell you what, the shots are flying in thick and fast, and Jolly was lucky there that Austin was just done enough to put Haslam off and getting that.
So, aces thus far in the period, leading it 2-1. Can the Dragons get a comeback goal at all? As face-off and neutral ice won once more by the aces, dump it straight on. 11:58 remaining, but just under the halfway mark in this game, as the aces now in possession once again. Find Chapman. Chapman tries to dig it out, followed up by King. Oh, tied up out in front. Jolly sprawled down. There's a bit of equipment loose there. That's Jolly's helmet.
Yeah, he doesn't look happy. It looks like he might have just taken a bit of a knock there. Gilbert comes over to make sure he's alright.
Well, one thing we know, Gary, in hockey, you run the tendy or you challenge the netminder, expect to have repercussions.
Well, our replay shows it there. It's one of the Dragons players. It looks like Ryan Jones pushing Gilbert off the puck, and he accidentally pushes him into Jolly. But either way,
well, it'll be interesting to see if there's any repercussions from this. We already have our one eye on Jones. There could be something going on there with Chris Jones. I kind of expect it from him. In regards to Ryan Jones, though, it's been a while since we've seen him do anything.
Oh, Ben, am I going to see drop gloves?
Yeah, there look some heavy gloves out there, as face-off is immediately won by the Dragons. Going back the other way, though. Tried to play it out. Do so, managed to find neutral zone. And now it's gone back into the corner. Dragons there, 11:30 on the clock. Jolly, just make sure he's down, seals that out. Back into the corner. One of the Altrincham players there is throwing his stick out wildly in displeasement. Well, it could be a possible call on the Dragons. We'll await the decision, as looks
Chapel.
like it's, well, Chapel going to the box. It could be Wigglesworth, Gary. I know he's on the team sheet tonight. It might not be they have Wigglesworth's shirt with him. We'll await confirmation on that later on. As face-off now puts Altrincham once more on the power play with the advantage. Shot in, Jolly uses a stick to turn it out. Pavlicek feeds Dickinson, who decides to see the space to go, he's inside. Takes a shot and Jolly's forced to knock it away with the stick. Pavlicek once more in the corner. Has Dunford going inside. Finds Dickinson the blue, gets it back. Fancies a fourth. Pavlicek takes a shot, runs wide. Dragons, big swing and a clearance away, and I'm getting confirmation now from one of our runners here. It is Andy Chappell wearing the 10 shirt tonight, not Wigglesworth. So that penalty assessed to Chappell, as 1:12 remain on this power play. Shot in from Dickinson, deflected once more, back out, and two shots, and it's twice come out. Now the Dragons are able to get possession to clear it away from Parsons.
How many Dragons players were in that blue paint area then, Ben?
Cherry's just going to leave that for Dickinson to pick up.
It's gone a little bit like it was at the start of the first period. Very high, intense action.
Mid-ice collision there between Dickinson and Parsons, and they're calling Dickinson here. So, going to get ourselves a little bit of 4-on-4 hockey. Whoop. Is that going to be an interference call?
Well, he took him clean out, but...
And the official signalling clipping there. So a clipping call on Dickinson as he makes his way to the box.
So an opportunity for the Dragons now.
Yeah, 4-on-4 means that ice opens up a little bit more. Will play into the advantage of the likes of Shaw and Parsons, but at the same time, Pavlicek's got the space as well to move.
Well, as I was just about to say before that little incident there, it's the action's a little bit like it was in the first period at the very beginning, where it's very fast, end-to-end stuff, but scrappy with it as well. So, you know, this is where mistakes can happen. Somebody will capitalise. Maybe it could be the Dragons.
Bain and Parry going for the face-off, and Bain with the draw win puts Aces back in possession once more. And back in, it's put back in once more. But the Dragons, another big hit with the blue line there. And this certainly has got physical, as Austin skates it in, looking for support, finds it in Jones, back into the corner for Austin. Once more, Parry is over, putting the body on King. King gets himself in there though, and he's back behind his own net now as the Dragons are forced to retreat. King dumping that down into the other end, and it's going to be received there by Ryan Jones. We're going to get ourselves an icing call.
Well, I can't understand that you're watching the Dragons players and you can see that, oh, at the end, puck just got deflected off the Aces player there, and he got pushed to the floor. But you're just watching the Dragons players, and sometimes their tape-to-tape passing's very lackadaisy. It's almost like they don't want it.
So 15 seconds remain on the penalty, assessed to the Dragons, so they will have a man advantage. Shot in from King, and now Haslam. King calling for it at the point, but it's gone opposite side for Berry, takes a shot and jollies down. And they're back to five skaters for the Dragons as Chappell once more makes his way to the ice. Little over a minute, or under a minute I should say, man advantage now. Can they make it count? As the Aces cleverly play there off the board. Pavlicek, oh sorry.
Yeah, Chappell straight back into the action there.
Yeah, it was Penner, Sam Penner, trying to put that back in.
Oh, he's picked it up!
Shot in! Oh, it's off the bar!
Oh.
Well,
I think Chappell will be kicking himself there.
Yeah, I was going to say, that shot off the bar though, Gary, that
picks it up there.
Yeah, that sums the Dragons' night up all in.
Oh, straight off the top of the post. And he had Jerry beat, but unfortunately not gone in. And straight away the Dragons, not only did they get straight back into full strength, but they're back down a man now. Chris Jones going to the penalty box.
Yeah, Chris Jones being assessed an interference call there. So good to see Jones back on the ice, but as soon as he's back on the ice, he's back on the bench.
And James Parsons just having a word with the official over it. And you can see the incident now. Oh, as he hits the ice, he gets taken down, but oh right, yeah.
And what's the adage we keep saying, Gary, with discipline?
Yeah.
It's always the retaliator that gets spotted.
He wasn't happy with going down and lashed out, and he's been caught out. Quite rightly, the officials have sent him to the penalty box.
We can see Jones and Lovell having a quick word with Jolly there, telling him to keep his chin up, I assume, as we've got 34 seconds remaining on the penalty clock in favour of the Altrincham Aces before they return back to 5 skaters. So again back to 4-on-4, and it's cleared down by the Dragons once more. Picked up, it's an odd man rush, 2-1, brought down.
And no penalty.
No, the official's on stage down, backhand attempt, and Cherry's going to seal that out. I was waiting for the official's arm to go up there, Gary.
I think everybody was. We were all looking for it, but man for man, they were chasing that puck down, and the Dragons player just getting there before Parsons. But again, finds himself hitting the ice and into the backboard.
So, face off to the right of Cherry in the Aces zone. Picked up by the Aces, try and clear it out. Do so. It's going to be intercepted by the Dragons defenseman. As we've got 12 seconds remaining now on that Altrincham penalty. Put it back in. It's going to be picked up once more. No, Greaves. Pick it up on front of the penalty boxes. Cleverly plays that back, and you assume the Aces are just going to chew the clock up till they get the man advantage again.
Well, you can see the Aces are just taking the puck down
a few
to their
times
speed.
As they've gone back to full strength. I was going to say, Gary, you can see the Aces were queuing up to take the shot there on the puck, but now we've got ourselves a power play situation in favour of Altrincham as Greaves puts that off the boards once more. Fed into the middle for Dickinson. Bain out in front. Oh! And Bain there looked like he was going for the puck as Jolly was coming down on him.
Yeah,
a few words being exchanged.
Yeah, Dickinson backhanded that. And he obviously took an opportunity, but two players coming in at the same time, Bain and Greaves, but no joy.
So 56 seconds remain on the penalty assessed to Chris Jones. And there's a little over 7 minutes remaining in this period now. Gary, been very quick period, very few penalties to be fair.
Compared to the last game.
Face-off win by the Aces, Dickinson. Nice little piece of stick work. Greaves puts it in, and there it is with the backdoor opportunity.
Well, and that's exactly what I was saying, Ben. When they're firing these pucks in, the Aces, any deflections, there's somebody there to pick them up, and Oliver Bain, back post, finds the opportunity to add to the score tonight as Greaves feeds that in. Jolly saves it, but it pans out to his left, and Bain slots it home.
And how many times have I said in the Aces games in the past, Gary, Bain, Dickinson, Holland, this is their bread and butter. The minute the puck gets coughed up right in front of that paint area, they're the first guys there.
Well, the Aces have taken a 6-1 lead here tonight in the second period, and they're looking very, very dominant. Have the Dragons given up already?
Well, it's clear that the Dragons seriously suffering from a case of second period syndrome.
You can see how quickly this occurred. And Dickinson feeding that puck in, the back slap there, Greaves feeds it, and it bounces off his leg pad. Bain, got to be happy with that.
So as Mr. Hans calls him to the middle again once more, 7:42 remain on this clock in this first period, and it's immediately won by the Dragons as they drive that forward, but turned into the cul-de-sac very quickly by the formidable Alti onslaught at the moment and skating through, but great poke check there, denies the Dragons possession once more. Turn back the other way with Ratcliffe, feeds that over, finds Holland, Holland takes the shot, and Jolly just scoops that up safely.
Yeah, Jolly's not having a jolly time of it, is he?
No, I mean, you've still got Jones, he's sat in the box, so Jones has been assessed to 2+2. He's not returned to the ice.
Well, you see here, these long shots come firing in, and the Dragons' defence is scattered all over the place, and Jolly was there, got his hand to it, but you've got to wonder how much more can he put up with this.
7:14 now on the clock for the period, 1:36 remain on the penalty assessed to Jones, and Holland gains possession after that face-off. Once more fed back to him at the point, puts it in, but it's off the body of Wainwright, tries to clear it out. Oh, it's out in front. Ooh. Picked up by the Dragons. Back pass there to nobody.
Yeah, and a penalty call there again.
That's an elbow call there, the official signalling.
And is that Pavlicek going to the box?
And it looks like it is. Jakub Pavlicek. He's going to sit 2 minutes.
Yeah, an elbow call by the look of it.
Well, with him off the ice now and the man advantage,
straight to his back.
The neutraliser 4-on-4. You'd expect the Dragons now to try and get something of this.
Yeah, it's Parsons is having a rough night tonight. He spent a lot of time on the ice.
So face-off was won initially there by the Dragons. Now Aces in possession once more. Shaw trying to dig it out from on the King's nose. Fed it over, and the Aces absolutely textbook 4-on-4 players. They're just retaining possession. Oh, the Sharrock managed to scoop that one in, but it's stolen by Parsons once more. Tries to get around Clarkson. Oh, well close. Dunford come in. It's still Parsons in possession. Lays it off. Shot comes in. Down in front of the deflection. Back door, and it's missed. Dragons banging on the door. Denied once more as Clarkson pins Parsons up against the board. Parsons resorted to kicking the puck around. Shaw in reception though. Into the corner. Now looking for a man. Puts it to nowhere, and Ace is going to jump on that and skate it down. Dragons once more. Off the boards up in front of the Altrincham bench. Skated in with Austin, takes a shot. And it's almost played back out. Big hit and collision, far side. Men just getting up there as Dunford's trying to take it in past Parry. And penalty expires on Jones there. Dragons back to 5 skaters, now on the power play opportunity. Can they make it count once more as Cherry seals that and knocks any momentum out of it?
Yeah, it's fast paced, but a nice block here. And they're lucky they didn't get called for that there. The Dragons look like a double team on the Aces player, but we've still got a game in our hands here. Even though Dragons are 5 goals down, they're not giving up.
Face off between Greaves and Lovell, and it's Greaves that wins it. Ace is able to clear that straight down the other zone. Played forward by the Dragons once more into neutral ice. Parry opens up, lays it off at the point, back into the corner. It's going to be picked up once more by the Aces in the penalty kill unit, and there's the clearance as you expect, straight down the other end of the ice. And Dragons need to do more with this. Final 10 seconds of the penalty now as we enter within the final 5 minutes of this period. Skated forward there by Lovell. Plays it across. Nobody's there. Shot comes in once more between Cherry's leg pads. I'm going to get a dead play.
Well, the ice is certainly tilting in favour of the Aces tonight at their home rink. And they've been playing some great hockey, peppering that Dragons goal with rubber, but Dragons are suffering for it. They're now 5 goals down, 6-1 in this towards the end of the second period, and Dragons desperately looking for something.
There's a quick face off there between Chapman and Lovell, and straight back at Cherry, and he's just frozen that out. We're going to get another face off once more. And you'd expect the Dragons, Gary, here, with the ability of Wainwright and Austin shooting from the point, to get a quick puck off to that blue line and get it fired in.
But the Aces are doing really, really well, Ben. They're just crowding their own goal area.
As Laschek rubs out Parry on that one there. Right out the play, and Austin, it's forced Lovell, to come in as well, and Chapman's in there, still rucked up against the boards, and now the officials have lost sight of it there, and they've decided to blow the whistle.
Yeah, the official quickly stepping in there between, is it Dickinson and...
No, I think it was Chapman and Laschek. So once more, Lovell and Chapman are going to go in for this face-off, right-hand side of Cherry, in the Altrincham zone. It's played behind the Altrincham net with Lovell. Lovell looking to feed the puck out, does so at the point. Shot in, Cherry turns it away. Once more, tries to find Wainwright. It's broken the line. Austin forced to put that back in. Just misses Lovell as he goes for the line change. And Laschek now trying to take the sting out of the Dragons' onslaught. Pavlicek puts it over. Sorry, not Pavlicek, Clarkson. Shot in. And now we're back to 5 skaters for Altrincham. Once more, Gilbert digging away at that, but Wainwright wins it for the Dragons. Plays into the corner. It's going to be played out, stretch pass straight into the stick of Laschek. Plays it back in Wainwright once more. Into the corner, behind the net of Cherry, where Holland is going to get there first. Plays it round the boards. Clever little redirect, puts it into the centre for the Aces to clear, but Dragons are able to turn that back in. Into the corner once more as we enter the final 3 minutes of this period.
Oh my goodness!
That was begging to be poked in there, and oh no, we've got there's someone straight over. He's pushed Perks over. Jones isn't happy with that. He's got in there. So Jones has gone. Jones and Gilbert to go in. By the looks of it, they've gone. It's Gilbert. Jones has got the better of him there, and Tom Gilbert pushed straight on the floor.
Couple of rabbit punches by Chris Jones there. And off he goes to the box again.
And then let gloves certainly come into effect. So well, Chris Jones, I saw it edging from the beginning of the period, Gary, especially on Gilbert as well. There was your redemption we spoke about earlier.
There's something certainly going on. There's a lot of pushing and shoving going on in that blue paint area. And you can see Haslam comes over, shoves over Perks. And all of a sudden Chris Jones jumps in, knocks over, is it Gilbert?
Gilbert and Holland, I think it was. Gilbert's the one that takes umbrage to it though, and immediately does the worst thing possible and shoves his glove in Chris Jones' face. That's a red rag to a bull if I've ever seen it.
And the guy that gets knocked over at the start, Perks, standing watching as all this goes on. But again, the official's quick to stop that.
Chris Jones makes light work, good tilt by both men, but now both will find some time to cool off as they both sit 2+2.
Well, I'm surprised, Ben. And Haslam has been put in the box for charging because he come flying in and knocked over Perks.
So, as we get the calls there,
and
Jones gets 2 for roughing, 2+2 for fighting, so that's going to keep him off the ice for the rest of this period. So Jones opting to go to the locker room early, just checking his equipment out. Now, Haslam being assessed quite rightly that penalty for skating in, we see it there in the replay, puts Perks on his backside.
But the officials were quickly in there, but Jones wasn't having any of that.
Jones blindsided Gilbert and caught Holland in the aftermath as well, and you can see the two of them there once more. Ding ding, round one. And well, Gilbert was the first to drop his glove. Jones immediately straight after, firing big rights.
I've been waiting for drop gloves all night in this one.
And Gary, something tells me, with the way this tension's bubbling below the surface, that ain't going to be the last.
Well, you see, it's a reputation the Dragons are fighting for now because they're 6-1 down.
So, we're going to get ourselves a still like quick count on the ice there, 5-on-5.
Oh.
And it's the Aces up the other end, trying to find Pavlicek, takes a shot, straight down the throat of Jolly.
I think that was too easy, that one.
And the Aces very quickly, even though it was a face-off up their own end, the Aces proving that they can drive the puck out the zone and clear it quickly. But we're going to get ourselves a return face-off now, right to Jolly in the Dragon zone. Once more, won by the Aces. Dragons trying to clear that out with Keating. Skates it up the near wing. Knocked that forward for Clancy. Clancy tries to put the body on King. Played round. Parsons keeps it alive. Finds a man in the middle. Puck's gone loose. And jumped on by Pavlicek of the Aces. Plays it off the boards. Who's going to go over there first? Sharrock? No. Keating. Once more. King. Crucial interception there. And Austin. Oh, miscommunication once more. Oh, and Dunford's picked it up. Dunford goes in. No, played it back out there to a Dragon stick. They've still got possession, tight in their own zone, and able to clear it away. And Gary, little mistakes like that are going to cost the Dragons.
Well, I am surprised that Pavlicek didn't make more of that, but he wasn't happy because he tried to jump in.
Dragons go into the corner now, trying to get something in this final few minutes of this period. Takes a shot,
there it is,
and there it is. Well, it's Chris Keating with the goal, and it bleeds a little bit of hope back into the Dragons.
Yeah, it was a good shot, went right past Cherry, and there wasn't much you could do about that. And as you say, hopefully this will give the Dragons something to work on, but it's late in this second period now, and the score is Aces 6, Dragons 2.
Well, Gary, I think it's fair to say the ice is a little bit tilted one way at the moment. The Dragons pretty much playing for pride. They'd look for a 4-goal period in the third to even tie this game. That is obviously if the Aces don't score any more, as the momentum they're carrying at the moment seems to be quite strong. Still in possession as the Dragons had an opportunity there to break forward. And once more, it's Lazchek now in possession. Lazchek carefully picks that back up, feeds it over to Holland. Holland dumps it into the corner. And we're into the final 2 minutes of this period. Shot in again, Jolly. Forced to turn it out, and all the Dragons can do is get the sticks on it and clear it down the other end of the ice. Is sure. Whoa! Forces Cherry out of his net. Picked up there by Chappell. But we've got a call. And I think that's going to be an icing call, unfortunately.
Well, an opportunity there for the Dragons, and again...
Oh no, Greaves has headed the box. Joe Greaves is going to the box there. We'll await the official call.
Well...
And he should say it's late hit. So a late hit on Joe Greaves is going to see him sit for 2 minutes.
Yeah, our camera caught it, and it just seems, a little bit malicious there as he's coming in with his stick, but caught by the referees, so he'll serve his time in the box.
So with this advantage now for the Dragons, can they close out this second period with a comeback crucial goal? Trying to get something going here is cycling that round. Lovell tries to find Wainwright. Great pressure there from Ratcliffe, and he's able to force the Dragons out the zone. Feeds Bain shoots! Well, Jolly had to think fast there. So 1:26 now remain on the penalty. Dragons once more skate that in. Into the corner, trying to play it out. Find Perks at the point. Winds up, takes a shot.
Oh, and it's
coughed up. Sherry's able to turn it round. Lovell can't get it, and it's cleared down the ice once more. Baines picked it up. Takes inside the man. Goes alone, shoots. Great stand-up save there by Dom Jolly.
And again.
Well, Dom Jolly, take a bow, son. You deserve it after that.
Yeah, Perks giving him a pat on the back there. He deserved. That was some good saves. You see from our replays, he takes a full force there and saves another shot coming across, and then Bain trying to pick up on the scraps, but he was quick to cover it up, and he saves face there from another goal. Still 6-2.
Listen, Gary, we've already seen Bain score one of those tonight. Those cough-up rebounds. It was crucial save there by Jolly, as with 50 seconds now remain on the penalty assessed to Greaves. 16-15 remaining in the period. High chance here the Dragons are going to start the third on the power play. As trying to gain possession back once more, but Dunphy's got it back. Decides to chew the clock up. We'll wait the buzzer. There it is. So the Dragons start the third on the power play. But again, a 3-1 period in favour of Altrincham.
Well, clever play there by Sam Dunford, just sticking the puck up against the boards, letting the clock run out, and it sees the Aces go into the locker room, leading here at Planet Eyes Altrincham, 6-2 over the Dragons. With that, we're going to take a short break and join us after that for the third period.
Dunarmus Sportswear, sponsors of Drop the Puck.
Welcome back to the third period as we're sure to get action underway. Dragons on that power play still. Can they make it count and get a quick comeback goal in this third period, Gary? It'd be interesting to see.
Well, it's a big ask, 4 goals, they've got to claw back.
And they get a shot off there with Austin, but it's immediately brought down and sent back down the other end by the Aces, and they need to do something about this special teams unit tonight, Gary, because we've seen it prevail in the past for them.
Well, the Aces have done well at shutting the Dragons down, all lanes and everything. No opportunities, but they're knocking on the door now, though.
Trying to play around. Player's gone down there. There's arms up of the players, but none of the official, as the Aces bring it back out once more. Trying to take a round shot in from King. And it's going to be a whistle there.
Yeah, I think one of the Dragons players tried to jump up to grab the puck, as our replay shows there. He just fell awkwardly on the ice. I don't think that's the kind of thing you should be doing when you're wearing ice skates.
No, he's slowly getting up there, but in the midst of all that happening, it looks like Wainwright as well. But in the midst of all that happening, I must say, the penalty expired, so when this play resumes, it will be 5-on-5 again.
Yeah, just Bain just checking, Greaves just checking on Wainwright there.
And so far this season, Altrincham racking up over 700 penalty minutes. Deeside with 619.
Well, it's like we said in the last game, Ben, these two have probably got the worst penalty minutes in the league.
And I'm pretty sure that those totals are going to get added to further tonight. As I don't think we've seen the last of the tension. It started to get tasty late in that second period. Then we saw the Jones-Gilbert affray.
Well, it won't be the last glove we see drop tonight, I reckon.
As Mr. Hands calls action back, and we're going to go far side, face off neutral zone, and it's a Dragons win. He loves to play that to Shaw, out in front of the players' benches, feeds that up to Parsons. Oh, big hit there behind the net. And now the puck's popped loose for the Aces to recover it once more. Right. Trying to drive it out their own zone, but it's fair back in by the Dragons. Looking to take the shot, and Cherry's keeping that
and again,
post sealed up. Bodies laying on everywhere.
Parsons has spent a lot of time on facing down on the ice tonight. Aces are certainly shutting him down.
As neutral ice now forward with Haslam.
Oh, miscommunication.
And the puck bobbles loose back to the Aces defenseman. Knocked that forward for Bain. Bain plays it round. Lovell. Hertz intercepts. And now trying to clear the zone. It's kept in at the point by Holland. Once more though, Aces pick that up and it skates there. Pavlicek as he opens up. Takes a shot.
Ooh.
Jolly puts that puck out in front. Appealing for an Aces skater to defend on, or to pounce on, to skate onto it, but nobody there, and luckily...
Well, Ryan Jones there trying to give him a hip check, but completely misses him.
Yeah, he'd have been done well on the Beyonce video there.
The thing is, Ben, that you've got to wonder now, are the Aces going to try and control this game, play it at their pace, shut the Dragons out completely?
Shot in from King and picked out the air there by Jolly. And yeah, no, you're quite right, Gary. So far, the Aces are conducting the game tempo and rhythm, and they are making the Dragons dance to their tune.
Yeah, another long shot by King there. And they fancy their chances at distance, thinking they can get past Jolly, but he's got the better of that one.
So we're getting action back underway here. Third period, face off the left side of Jolly in the Dragon zone. Played off the board, tried to clear it out, and they've managed to clear the zone at last. The Dragons applying a little bit of forecheck pressure there with Harry, and Dunford just sees him off. Round the back of the Aces net. Dragons still in possession. Trying to find a man up front, there's nobody there in the slot. Playing wide still. Trying to bring that round and skate it in. Pearson Parsons. And it's once more come to the empty point. It's cleared away by the Aces. And
great
the
defence, Aces.
Oh, it's under Jolly and it's gone in! Oh,
what a mistake.
Well, he's going to be fuming with himself. He's let that one in.
And that all stemmed from the puck coming loose from the Dragons, trying to apply some pressure onto the Aces net. And as they fed it up the side there, Sharrocks just picks up the puck and he loses it and slots it past, right underneath Jolly.
Well,
second attempt and he gets it.
It's pretty fair to say that the Aces are running away with this game now, Gary. The Dragons very much playing damage limitation. Will we see the Dragons, though, resort to start pushing those Aces buttons and drawing them into penalties into the box?
Well, as you say that, it looks like Paddy hitting the ice there.
And now Laschek will be back to receive the puck in his own zone. Once more, Spridgen playing the forecheck pressure. Oh, intercepted there.
Clancy got it.
Tried to play it around off the board for Laschek to get the better of him. And now the Aces clear it once more. And the Dragons on the back foot. And Gary, this Altrincham Aces team we're seeing now, this is the Aces team of old. This is the one that started the season, and this is the one we're used to seeing in playoff contention.
Yeah, it must be strange for them finding themselves at the wrong end of the table this stage of the season.
So little under 4 minutes gone so far in this third period, and immediately Aces clearing it out once more, and the puck bobbles up out of play. But the intensity of this game has been quite high tempo from the beginning.
Yeah, it's like we said from the start. This game is basically a continuation of the last week's game, really, and that's what you kind of get when you're playing back-to-back games, especially when the derby ones.
So face off neutral zone, Quick draw in from Parsons for the Dragons. Knocked forward once more as he try and jump on that, but it's turned back around by the Aces. Jones skates back, gets a stick on that, uses the board to try and ring it round. It's picked on your centre ice. Out front, Jolly! Oh! Denies Joe Greaves.
Well, if I'm honest there, Ben, I thought that was a dead set for Greaves.
I was pretty much, you know, pen to paper there, chalking that one up.
Picks it up, tries to slot it in. But Jolly all over that.
The Dragons doing themselves no favours, gifting every opportunity to the Aces at the moment.
Oh.
As Dragons finally find a bit of luck and with a face-off win, clear the zone, driving straight back down to the Aces' end. But here come the Aces once more with the odd man rush, 3 on 2, skated in, Reeves can't control, followed up there by Bain and forces Jolly down with a kick-out save. Now play it off the half-boards once more. Back in by the Aces. Jones going to get himself in there though. Plays it out. Dragons now bring that forward. Still going forward, lays it off. Great play by the defenseman of the Aces there just to disrupt the flow.
Again, his final touch and he's hit the ice.
And looks like Keating.
Yeah, Keating's
played over now and once more. Dickinson of the Aces plays it off the boards. Knocked forward. That'll be Bain skates onto it. Keating gets a poke check there. Holds him up against the boards, looking for support. No one there. Bain's able to get in, gets a shot off, and now Parsons jumps on the loose puck. He's got Shaw in support. Decides to take the shot himself.
Oh, and it's a goal! It's gone through.
Well, it's a deflection there from Shaw.
Nice play by Parsons there, looking for the opportunity, feeds the puck through, and Shaw gives the block that he needs, stops the view. Parsons from long range, slots that past Cherry, and breathes a little bit of hope back to the Dragons.
And I think they're going to give that one to Parsons. Parsons with the third goal of the night for the Dragons, but is it too little too late?
Yeah, Aces 7, Dragons 3, and it's all to play for now. But
big hit over the far side there.
Oh, and it looks like it.
Not happy with that. He's going after his man, whoever that is, the Dragons. It looks like Jones. Out front there, Jolly's there, waiting for some sort of afters.
Yeah, it's all. Do you know what, Ben? I'm actually sitting here going, oh, what's going to happen? You see that hit there, and he glides.
It was Pavlicek and Jones.
Yeah, and I thought there was going to be afters there, but Jones contains himself.
So we're getting ourselves a face-off once more, right-hand side of Jolly, in the Dragon zone. Lovell and Dunford in for the face-off. Shot in! Quick from the Aces. Jolly's forced to react. Sharrock applying great pressure there to Clancy. It's out to Perks. Perks gets his back of his stick round Penner. Puts it straight back in.
Oh, and we've got a penalty.
And that's Perks and... I'll check the sheet there, but I think that's... is it Chapman?
Yeah, the officials just going over
Sharrock. Sharrock and Perks.
So 2 number 11s having a little tussle with each other.
And we'll wait for the official callers. Sharrock headed the box and charging. Charging will be the call there on Sharrock. So 2-minute penalty assessed to the Altrincham Aces.
And this is an opportunity the Dragons could really capitalise on now. They've just scored a goal. Can they claw another one back?
Face off. Won by the Dragons. Jones plays that off round once more. Aces trying to get in the way and get hold of that. So power play opportunity in favour of the Dragons. 10 seconds gone. Back off the blue line. Once more. Feeds back out to Jones. Jones winds up, takes a shot. Look for the deflection on the back post there. Not able to steer it in. And the Dragons with an essence of urgency about them now.
Yeah, just they deflected that in the right direction. That would have gone in.
Shot back in once more.
Oh, here we go.
And the Aces have turned it back around. Shot deflected. And it's gone up high and out of play. And Gary I don't know how many times I've got to say it tonight, but the Dragons are being gifted so many opportunities and they're not able to make them count.
Little deflection there and Dickinson just getting in the way, but the Dragons missed an opportunity there. It's still 7-3.
So neutralised face-off is going to go in favour of the Aces. Good draw in there, and then you're going to try and chew this clock up now and dump it straight back down to the Dragon zone. Dragons yet again forced to go back and try and come out and do something with this puck. Feed that once more. Forward to Keating. Keating tries to play it off the boards. Loose pass. Picked up by Austin. Austin now to put back out once more. Scooped up deep into his own zone by Parsons. Parsons feeds it over and cycles around back into the corner where an Aces player is going to get hold of that and once again plays it out. It's only found Dunford at the Dragons blue line though.
Ooh, well
he's trying to turn around and feed. Here's Manbury to found Chappell. Chappell skates inside, leaves goes for Parsons. Parsons still in possession now. A great poke check, sees him dispossessed, but Dragons still in possession deep in the Altrincham zone. Trying to do something as they find themselves sat behind the Aces net. Chappell once again out front. Parsons tries to backhand it away. Cherry's able to push it out with his stick. And the Aces, with 3 seconds on the clock after this penalty, just decide to allow the fifth man back to the ice.
Well, you sense the Dragons are looking for that next goal.
Pavlicek picks the puck up behind the Dragons net. Jolly trying to keep his eye on him. Dragons fighting away there, trying to dig it out. It's still Pavlicek.
And he's battled away there, Pavlicek.
And Sharrock spins, tries to put it in. This time, it's seen by Jolly and he's able to jump on it.
But you got to say there, it's a nice hit by Berry on Andy Chappell there, but you see the little spin around by Sharrock there, saved by Jolly. But the one thing I've noticed, Pavlicek is all over the ice tonight and it's causing lots of problems with his speed.
So last game we saw the Aces playing against the Dragons. Pavlicek didn't ice. Dunford was very prolific in that game. Still been prolific tonight, but now they have Pavlicek back, you are seeing a difference. As the Aces once again with Bain, take his shot in. It's come off the boards, it's cleared away by the Dragons. And it's going to be Holland, skates that back down. Giving ourselves a nice and cold 11:33 remaining in this game.
Well, halfway through this third and final period, and the heat and intensity hasn't eased up. Both teams still peppering the nets on each end, and you just think there's more goals in this, Ben.
Very much so. The way the Aces are playing, they've certainly got momentum on their side. There's a face-off win there in the Dragon zones, won by the Dragons. Use the ball to try and clear it around, clear it out of the zone, but it's going to be the Aces first man back. Choose to go Deeside. And Holland plays that puck off the boards out in front of the benches. Turned straight back in though by Lovell of the Dragons. Cherry out of his net. Once again, Lovell in possession. Tries to find man out in front, but he's depossessed. Behind. It's net out in front. Cherry's down. Well, the back door was wide open for the Dragons, but here comes Pavlicek. Opens up. Pavlicek. He's run up by Jolly. And Wainwright. He's gone. It's Bain and Wainwright. Bain and Wainwright. Bain's got the better of firing rights. Wainwright's still in there. He's trying to get Bain into position. Bain's got it. Wainwright firing the uppercut. Sheds over the head of Bain. Wainwright's pulling him down. That's going to be a tilt in favour of Matt Wainwright there. Well, the whole situation stemming there from Pavlicek running Jolly. Certainly not happy with it. Wainwright tries to answer the call to his man there. Bain's the first man to answer for the Aces. Gentlemen, good tilt, but I've got to give that one to Wainwright.
Yeah, it's the action, as I said, never stop. But you've got to say one thing now. Players defending their goalies, you kind of expect that, but when Pavlicek's speed, he pounced down on that goal, and as you can see, just missed the opportunity. Jolly trips him up in a way. You can see Pavlicek stops, but Wainwright knocks him over.
The minute Wainwright dropped Havlicek, so did Bain to his gloves.
And it never stops there, does it? So, looks like Bain gets the better of him at the early start of this fight, but then Wainwright, with an uppercut there, and pulls the shirt over, and it's a few more punches, and then with that, drags him to the ice, and the referees step in. Good little fight, gentlemen, but I think you've got to give it to Bain there for punches.
Well, on the scorecards it might have gone Bain's way, but I think the judge's decision's gone to Wainwright though, Gary. But you were right, we saw those lead gloves out once more as they hit the ice.
Oh,
will we get a third?
Well, the thing is now, players will be going to the box. Oliver Bain is fighting, go 2+2 for that one, and Wainwright 2+2 as well. So both teams suffering a little bit.
And both key players to lose at this crucial time of the game though. Wainwright so far has been a key defensive man for the Dragons, making sure he's putting his body on the line in the way there, getting clear of that puck. On the opposite side though, it's been Bain sat in front of that blue paint area every time that puck's coughed up.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what happens now.
So we're going to get ourselves a face-off to the left of Jolly. Chapman for the face-off, it's shot in, Jolly turns it out, and now the Dragons are trying to clear that puck down. As we enter the halfway stage of this third and final period, Dragons now in possession down in front. Well, that puck goes sailing through the slot without a Dragon to answer that. And
it flew up over the boards.
So play's been blown dead here.
Parsons trying to feed that back.
Sure, with a great effort.
Yeah.
Face-off will be to the left of Cherry. Aces, calmly, in possession still. Play that out. Knocked forward. Gilbert with the shot! Oh! Great save by Jolly, stick save there. Ratcliffe's unable to contain it. It's brought back to Gilbert. Knocked forward. Ratcliffe is snapping at the heels of the Dragons. They're forced to dump that far side. Trying to clear it away and do so back into the Aces zone. Once more. Oh, Dragons back in possession. Great check. Opens that puck up for them to intercept. But it's only come to neutral zone to be dumped back on by the Dragons. And again, once more, Aces trying to clear that puck out. Do so with Havlicek.
Oh, and is that a hip check there? Yes.
And you can see a little bit of a stick manoeuvre there from Havlicek. So Havlicek looks like he's going to box once more tonight.
Well,
that's a slashing call.
We do know he likes getting the penalties. He is a volatile player at times, but the thing is, for what he lacks in discipline, he makes up for in speed and goals, Ben.
And you'd see the slash call. Havlicek literally brings the stick right over the shoulder. But it's given possession once more to the Dragon shot from Austin. Well, I don't know. That looked like he could have snuck in there.
No, it's not gone in, but Sherry well covered it up, but I'm sure he felt the full force of that.
So now the Dragons again on this power play. Can they make it count? We're going to get ourselves a neutralised face-off. Lovell is going to go in for it here. Face-off immediately won by the Aces. Force buried back as Larson gets round his man behind the Aces net. Aces commit 2 men to the puck and come out with it for the gamble. Clear that forward. And Jolly, that was suicidal almost.
My goodness.
Well, don't know what was going through Jolly's head there, but he's had a lucky escape.
Nearly somebody's puck.
Dragons once more trying to play the forward. Great shot in. It's gone wide. You can hear a thump off the boards behind the net. And the Dragons now trying to get something going. Shots flying in left, right and centre. Lovell trying to provide the screen.
Nice little bit of pressure off the Dragons now.
Point shots coming in. Quick. But Aces are able to clear that out with Sharrock. Sharrock once more. Skates it on. Decides to just dump it on net, but Chapel's going to receive that. Quick line change here for the Aces. Don't want to get caught short. Oh, great interception there by Haslam. Buys his team time to get on the ice. As Chapel goes round his man, back stick. Oh, it's off the post.
Oh my God, that's the second one tonight.
As Dragons still in possession, wind up, take the shot. Down front once more, Cherry's take it out. And as much as they're beating on the door here, Adam Cherry keeping the Aces game very much alive for them.
Yeah, the Dragons can obviously smell a goal, but when's it going to come? Is it going to come? Because this Aces defence is holding firm.
Picked up, tried to clear. Green for the shot. Oh, run wide, we're going to go ourselves. A dead players, it's gone straight to the glove of Jolly.
Well, I'll tell you what, Ben, we're seeing a lot of this tonight from the Aces. Double shots. They get two opportunities. And Jolly's very quick at covering that one up. But if they're not careful, as quick as they're going down and putting pressure on the Aces net, the Aces are retaliating.
Face-off win by the Dragons there. Dangerously puts it across the net of Jolly, but it's cleared out once more. Shaw pushes that forward, and it's pushed straight back into the neutral zone now by the Aces, and now decide to play back to the defensive. Back and forth the puck goes as neither team able to control it at the moment. And again, Dragons just put that puck back in. Back to 5-on-5. Oh, Aces. K King turns back. Uses the man over. Tries to clear it out with Pavlicek, who knocks it forward. Haslam skates it over the centre line.
Oh, well taken. Oh, and he's got it back.
And 3 Dragons to 1 Aces player there. And the Aces still managed to come out with the puck into the corner. Gilbert tries to find Greaves, where he's tied up. Back behind the Dragons net once more. Trying to play off the boards. Dragons finally get a stick in there. And they're allowed to breathe for a minute with Jones as play that off the boards and finally back down towards Adam Cherry.
Well, you picked up on it there, Ben. 3 Dragons players around 1 Ace player. And that means then there's 3 Aces players floating around, and it's been the story of the night, really.
6:24 remaining now in this game. As breaking back down the other end. Quick shot in from Austin. Great save there. Oh, that could possibly be a trip cut now. Yet it is. The official's arms up. Well, it looks like there's an Aces player going to box here. And you see him skating over there. That's Chapman. So Brad Chapman's going to go for tripping there, giving the Dragons a late power play opportunity here in the game.
Yeah. Oh yes, definitely. Our replay shows there. So the Dragons won the power play.
Again with the man advantage as Lovell wins that face-off against Dunford. Dragons takes a shot in from Wainwright, sails wide. Oh, and there's another little nudge there. Official's arms stayed down, but the net's off its moorings.
And you can see Berry there, his arms around that Dragons player.
And you can see it knocked off its moorings there. It appears to be Lovell as he skated in on that. So once more, Lovell goes in for the face-off, right of Cherry in the Aces zone. 6:07 remaining in this period. Shot in! Straight down the throat to Cherry, and he saw that all day.
Wainwright fancies his chances there. Picks up the puck on by the blue line. Fires one home, but gets covered up.
So left of Cherry this time, again in the Aces zone. Lovell once more with the draw in. Sharrock wins it. Jones keeps it alive for the Dragons. Goes into the corner. Dragons desperately clawing at this now, trying to get something back. It's a big ask as Jones is beaten to the puck there. Skated forward once more.
Oh, he picks it up.
Right up, takes a shot, it's in!
Oh my goodness.
Well, right down the other end goes Dunford.
Well, again, silly mistake defensively as Dunford picks up a loose puck, slams it home past Jolly, and he's well impressed with that. But again, a sloppy mistake defensively. Dragons didn't lose sight of the puck very quickly. Dunford picks up on the rebound, capitalises, extends the lead here tonight. Aces 8, Dragons 3.
Action immediately gets back underway after that 8th Aces goal, and back once more down they go. That was a shot in from King. They're certainly not over. They're trying to rack the points up on the Dragons tonight, as once again Deeside forced into the corner, no support there, and now played over to Austin. Austin at the point, thinks about it, skates it in, tries to pinch in, unable to do so. Haslam regains that rebound, and Gary, how many times have we got to say tonight, every time that puck bounces loose, it's an Aces player that's there first.
Well, it's like I said before, the Dragons are trying to crowd out 1 or 2 Aces players, but it's leaving other Aces players free, and that's why they seem to be there. Every time there's something loose or there's a puck flying around, there's an Ace player picking it up.
And is it me, Gary, or does the momentum and like the drive of the Dragons just seem to have fallen a little bit as they're just knocking the puck back down to the Aces zone?
Well, this late in the game, and with the score as it is, Ben.
Dickinson goes in, Jolly goes down, he's able to turn that out. Oh, tied up in the ball, we're going to get a call here.
Oh dear.
That's Dickinson and Austin.
And Dickinson knows, he's shaking his head there, saying, but I think you find that he actually turned into the player. Yeah, they turned into each other, but it's fair. The referee, Mr. Hands, puts his arm in the air and points straight at.
And he's indicating a check to the head. Well, this will be interesting, because if this is a check to the head, it's a major penalty which will see Dickinson removed for the remainder of the game.
Oh,
and it is.
Well,
so 2 plus 10 assessed to Dickinson. That's going to put an end to his night there.
Yeah, it's the replay shows. I don't think he actually makes contact with his head, but he turns his shoulder into Austin, and he sees him down, catches him off, brings him down to the ice. But either way, the Aces captain's going back to the bench to explain what's going on, and with that, Dickinson leaves the ice.
Well, Dickinson currently sat on his bench, so they'll be asked to send over a replacement player to sit the 2 minutes. Oh no, Dickinson, there he goes. Dickinson being sent to the locker room. Jared Dickinson is now out of this game. You can see the clock there. 2 minutes now on top of the 19 seconds that remain from the original penalty. And this certainly hands the advantage now to the Dragons, as we're still awaiting official confirmation and for play to resume.
Yeah, just Aces having to send somebody to the penalty box.
And we do so. Clancy goes in for the face-off, tied up with this man, comes back out once more, Spridgen in the slot, unable to get his stick on it. Quick play from the Dragons. It's a 5-on-3 situation. 5 seconds remain before that 4th man's able to come back out. 2-1, trapdoor opens, and right down Cherry's throat as it does so. So when the play resumes, it'll be power play opportunity in favour of the Dragons. 4 minutes 10 now remain in this game. Can the Dragons see a 4th goal? Sorry, 4:13.
Yeah, it's less than 5 minutes, well, just over 4 minutes remaining, and you've got to think it's pretty much game done for the Dragons. They'll try and claw something back if they can, but they certainly can't afford to.
Check on the break, goes in. Oh, he's forced into the corner by Wainwright. Oh, follows his body and check up. Still got him tied up there. Haslam's in support with the Dragons, able to clear that out. And Gary's 4 skaters to the 5 of the Dragons. Yeah, you wouldn't think so.
They're being outnumbered every time to the puck.
And Pavlicek once more. Oh, collision with Clancy. He's up. And again, out front, Jolly, and it's in.
John.
It's trickled in.
Oh my goodness. And as I was just saying before all this happened, that the one thing the Dragons can't do is afford to concede another goal. And straight away, Pavlicek putting some pressure on there, gets tripped up, but he shoves the puck out passes it across, and it bounces off. Does it look?
It looked like it bounced off Jolly's glove, yeah?
No, it's picked up, yeah. Haslam in the right place at the right time to pick up the scraps.
And Jolly's going to want that one back, you can tell. He's not happy with that.
Yeah, so now Ace is leading 9-3 over the Dragons.
So short-handed goal in favour of the Aces. Just goes to prove they don't need a full squad out there. Dragons still on that power play. As he skates it in once more with Parsons. Parsons round the back, looks for the wraparound. Nope, there. Forced wide. In at the point. Once more. Put it in the place down front. Oh, Jerry with the save.
My goodness.
Austin in the point. Goes. Far side. Put back in. And straight into Cherry's glove.
How did Cherry save that? Well, we're about to see on our replay. The puck comes in. And it flies in. He just manages to deflect it away. And another glove save there on the long shot. Cherry's played a blinder tonight in that net.
So we're going to get a face-off, left-hand side of Cherry. Still Aces on the penalty kill. Shot comes in once more. And again! Big shot in, it's deflected away. 20 seconds now on this penalty. Remain for the Dragons to get something. Into the corner. Back to the point. The Dragons desperately trying to... No, it's cleared out, and again, textbook penalty kill from the Aces. Austin skates back and picks that up. And there's the penalty expired. Aces back to full strength. Great poke check there from Perks. Just disrupts the flow of the Aces. Dragons aren't able to capitalise on it though. And now, as the chip away again in neutral ice, Ratcliffe knocks that forward. Oh, little collision there, mid-ice between Shaw and Perks and Lashchek. Allows the Aces in to regain possession. Lashchek tries to go around his man using the ball, puts a little body on. It's back behind the Aces net. Trying to play out now as we're into the final 2 minutes of this game.
Well, the Aces will just look to play out the clock now, I think. Job's done for them. And another great performance, I must say.
Bain allows Berry in there. Berry still going. Man in support. There it is. Oh, it's in!
Oh, my goodness.
Well, Berry to grief by the look of it.
Well, I certainly didn't have this on the cards tonight. I fancied the Aces in their own barn giving the game tonight, but 10 goals so far.
Well, it's fair to say the Ags is well and truly tilted.
Yeah, fired that shot straight down the middle, right between the legs of Jolly, and it's pretty much stick a fork in them and they're done, Ben.
Very much so. You know, the Dragons will either try and draw as many of the Altrincham players into the penalty box now, or will at least look for another goal to take the blow out of the defeaters. Gilbert pushes that forward. It's going to be Chapman trying to chase down Jones. We're going to get ourselves an icing call. And you're quite right, Gary. I would not have expected this sort of scoreline, but that was a great piece of play between Berry and Greaves.
Yeah, they read it well, but again, that Dragons defence spread out, left that opportunity, that lane was there, and Greaves took it.
So 1 minute 11 remain in this game now for the Dragons. Can they go another minute or so without conceding one more? That's going to be the question. Jolly's going to be furious at his defenceman. There's a few times he's been left out to dry tonight.
Yeah, I don't think anybody was expecting this scoreline, but the Aces have certainly given a brilliant account of themselves tonight.
And the question might be asked as well from the Dragons fans. Oh, it's another effort, and Jolly does well to turn it away. Dragons desperately trying to clear it, but the Aces still banging on the door for that 11th. It's feeded out to Holland, takes a shot.
Oh!
And Jolly does well to scoop it out there. And Gary, I've got to ask, being devil's advocate here, Should they have pulled Dom Jolly and put Jonah Armstrong in net at some point?
Well, I don't know. Jolly's a big guy and he does fill that net. I know Armstrong's got the experience, but Jolly's had experience abroad. So, you know, they played the Aces last week. Maybe the Aces got the measure of him. They know what his weaknesses are. They seem to have done the job tonight.
Sharrock skates at him, looking for the inside poke. Can't get it. Send out once more and dives on it again and again. And again, it's in!
Well,
hang on, no, the officials. Jolly's absolutely flipped his lid. Well, he's screaming abuse at the official.
Well, that is weird.
Well, he's saying that it's bounced off his cage, so therefore play should have been stopped.
Yeah, he's certainly not happy.
See that in the replay?
Yeah. And the puck bounces out. And it
hits him in the face.
The replay shows clearly it bounces up, and then on the rebound, there hits him in the cage. And as the Dragons player feeds the puck out, puck gets slammed in, and Jolly certainly.
And Mr. Hands backs off immediately. Well, there's been. They've waved it off.
No.
Well, the decision's overturned. Jolly will be happy with that, but still.
After reviewing the replay there from us, obviously they don't have that sort of facility down on the ice.
Dan Berry straight over. Obviously Dan wearing the C and replacing Jake Nurse, who's currently out with believed to be a fractured hand.
Yeah, Jake's on the bench tonight, just shouting out the orders. But yeah, I think it may have been a good call there in hindsight. Puck did certainly hit Dom Jolly in the face. But again then, an Aces player there to pick up the scraps and slam that home.
Very much so. It would have been a Sharrock goal, giving him his second of the night. But it's one of those, again, Gary, you've got to look at it. Although the Aces are able to get there for the rebound, that means there's not a Dragon there clearing that man out. As we're slow to get the play back underway late in this third period. Face off there, it's going to be won by the Aces. Back in another shot. Oh. Jolly just picks it out the air.
Well, it's interesting to see how a few heads look to have dropped already on the Dragons side now.
So you can see there's 4 men out for the Dragons here. So the Dragons have been assessed a penalty. So currently Altrincham on the power play.
Yeah, the penalty will probably be on Jolly for the way he flew out at the official.
And of course, obviously you can't send your netminder to the box, so somebody will be sitting that penalty for him. As again, we're watching the clock tick down here as the Dragons try and go forward, but Clark's and the Aces is different.
And again
hands.
a mistake.
Dunford trying to find Sharrock. Dragons able to dig that out, and there's your buzzer there. Well, what a game it's been. The Aces certainly knew what they were doing. They had a game plan, they stuck to it well, and they've certainly done a number on the Dragons.
Yeah, it's after last week's results, people were a little bit shocked, but you could see the form of the Aces has returned late in this season. They've done a job on the Dragons back to back now, once at Deeside and once tonight here at Planet Ice Altrincham. And now it's put them in good stead. Doesn't put them above the Dragons in the table, but it's certainly given them the form that they need, and hopefully they'll carry this form on against their opponents, because they're going to have a big say in who makes the playoffs, I think.
Very much so. You've got tough games ahead for both teams remaining. The Aces are yet to play the Wild once more, I believe, and then the Dragons, well, they've got the likes of Sheffield Senators yet to play.
Well, yeah, and the Wild have also got the Dragons to play back-to-back as well. That would be 2 great derby games. We'll get to cover one of them at least, but certainly here tonight, the Aces have given a real show of force. They've dominated throughout, and they've taken the win here, 10-3 over the Dragons tonight. With that, we're going to go and take a short break. After that, we'll have a word with players and get a view on how this game's panned out.
Dunarmus Sportswear. Sponsors of Drop the Puck.
And with Jared Dickinson of the Aces, Jared, two-way feelings tonight, of course. Great to get a win, of course, but it's your last game for the Aces, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It was a good win. I'm grateful for the lads to put in a performance like that and make the last game very memorable for the team. But hopefully some good times ahead playing for the Blackburn Hawks.
Well, of course, other than the move, tonight's game was on the back of the last time you played the Dragons a week ago, and you kind of got the feeling that it was going to get heated again.
Yeah, well, the last game got very heated towards the end, and I just thought that the lads dug in and kept penalty points to the bare minimum, really, and just worked hard, and I think it showed tonight with a really good result.
So what would you put the sudden turnaround of the season down to? Because early on in the season you struggled a little bit getting form, getting the points, and since the Bradford and the Widnes game, where you seem to have gelled a lot more, the team's starting to put some points on the board now.
Well, I think it came to a point where it was gel or fold, pretty much, because the team wasn't working. We had no team morale, really, coming to training, weren't working to our best ability, weren't working on systems, and to be honest, it was a do-or-die situation, so I think the lads have come together and making the most of the rest of the season.
Of course, now you've got a lot of games left. Well, should we say the Aces have got a lot of games left. How do you feel they're going into this, preparing, because they're playing a lot of the top teams as well, and playoffs are pretty much out of their sight now, really?
Yeah, well, we know the playoffs are out of our sight, but I think with the past few games under our belt, good wins, we're gelling together, I think it's only up from here, to be honest. Keep the train rolling and on to the next game.
Well, Jared, we wish you the best of luck on your move and ventures in Blackburn, and thanks for joining us tonight.
Thank you very much. Glad to be here.
I'm joined by Dom Jolly of the Deeside Dragons. Dom, what happened tonight? Because it just seemed to be like they were peppering that goal with you in it.
Honestly, I can't even begin to describe just how devastating it is. You know, you think you're out there and you're going to do well and you're going to win, and then, you know, one or two quick goals went past us and we just lost our heads. We were getting pucks to the net, but we weren't getting goal-scoring chances. And at the end of the day, you know, I can hold my hands up and say to the fans, I'm sorry for maybe a subpar performance, but I still kept fighting till the end.
Well, there was a couple of chances there for the Dragons early on in the game. You could see in the first and second period there was a few where the puck was loose in front of the net and they didn't capitalise and put them in, which surprised a lot of people. But then the Aces quick to retaliate. They seem to have found their form, and they seem to have found that weak link in the chain for the Dragons.
Well, we were told coming into last weekend and this weekend that they needed all their possible points out of the two games against us to make the playoffs, and that must be what was fueling them. I don't know honestly what's happened with our boys, whether it's just we fell apart or what, but I can safely say that, you know, I'm incredibly sorry for how I played tonight, guys.
Well, the thing is, you've already said it, I think realistically the playoffs are out of sight for the Aces because they've still got an awful lot of games to play. But the Dragons needed these two wins against Altrincham, and now you've got the remaining 8 games against the top 5 teams in the conference. It's pretty much over for the Dragons now.
Yeah, well, as it stands right now, we're not really going to make the playoffs, I don't think. I just hope that we can rally round on Wednesday night at training. We can go to Widnes and give them what for, because I'll tell you what, if I'm playing, we ain't losing against Widnes.
Okay, right. Thanks for joining us tonight, Dom. Wish you the best of luck for the rest of the season. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, what a game there, and surely the Dragons must be kicking themselves after that one.
I think they'll be locked in the change room anticipating this for quite some time.
Yeah, the Aces. What a performance! Because I must admit, Stuart, this is a different Aces. This is the Aces team that I'm used to seeing up at the top of the Layla Conference.
Yes, I say they've actually got a lot of confidence coming in. There's a new guy called Kyle Haslam. He's just come in and he seems to have actually moulded the team together.
Well, you said at the start of the show there was a few players brought in, a couple of new guys, I believe, some youngsters.
Yeah, we've got a very good sort of Manchester Storm Academy here, and the Aces form a very good sort of leapfrog into the world of adult hockey. And we've blooded quite a few of the sort of guys this year, and they're coming on. So next year, if they carry on at the rate they're going, it's going to be very positive.
Well, yeah, as you say, very positive, because tonight's performance, for me, that's a team there that's looking for playoffs. Unfortunately, as we've already said, at the start of the show, playoffs look pretty much out of sight, and even the win tonight gives them, you know, a good momentum going up against some of these teams. They've got to play the likes of Widnes Wild twice. They've got to play Hull Jet. Well, in fact, they've got to play everybody. But surely they're going to have a big say in how this pans out.
They will do indeed. I reckon they will probably end up finishing just outside the playoffs.
Well, it's been an exciting night here at Altrincham Ice Rink. Thanks to the staff here at Planet Ice, Altrincham. Thanks, of course, to our guest, Stuart, and to all the crew. We're going to say good night now and catch us in the next episode of Drop the Puck.